So you're probably wondering what happened to me for the last couple of days. Well, of course, I did put out a hangout. My vacuum pump died, and I'm getting very frustrated with this project. The wing that I laid up before is this one right here. Is it usable? Yeah, but it's not perfect. It's got a bugger on the end. I mean, I could sand that. And the reason why this stuff is not coming out right is I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. So I watched some more videos on how to do this. And I got a little present today from Amazon. Not a present, I had to buy it. We're going to open it up here. I was using the wrong equipment. Box in a box. Boy, isn't that just perfect? Shit. Okay. Yo, the yodelers are on. Got a cooking pot. We got a cooking pot. And there better be some gauges with this thing. Oh, there they are. There's a fitting. No, this is oil. You know, if I was moving and I needed them boxes, you couldn't find them. Now, they send you 2 and 3 of the same thing. I can see where this could become a very expensive hobby. I don't see any gauges yet. We did send PTFE tape, so that's good. Now, this looks very similar to the one I just had from Harbor Freight. Not exactly. So I guess I better read the directions. So I'll be able to degas my mold making material as well. Get this up here. Oh, there's the gauges. There's the gauges. I went ahead and bought extra stuff too. I bought other nipples and vacuum hose because you can't find it here at AutoZone. Well, this letter opener is dull, dull, dull. Those ain't even the right size, is it? I guess. So that would go to the pump. But there's no fitting on the pump. Good thing I bought fitting. Now we better look at the directions. F. Yes. Says there should be a 1/4-inch connector here. Maybe it's in this stuff. H is a mat, whatever the mat means. To be honest, I don't like it. There's nothing to hold the lid on with. Metal gasket. I guess. We can tighten this shit up after we get it set up. Metal gaskets, yeah. Wait a minute. This glass feels like it's a half-inch thick. Uh-huh. That's better. That's more better. We're going to get something out of this eventually. After watching the videos, it doesn't look that hard. It just looks like I missed a few steps, a few things. So we're going to do those few things. I think the thing that's the most aggravating about this process is it takes so damn long for shit to dry. You're looking to make something quick. This ain't it. There it is. Okay, we got this, and we got hose clamps. So now I got a little meter here. I may not want to use that hose because I bought a little vacuum meter to tell you what happened. I just had the blade. A little vacuum meter that tells you, hello Jeff, tells you if you got a vacuum leak. So if I'm drawing on this, so this goes with this. Yeah, I guess it'll work. I guess it'll work. Okay, wait, monkey around. Okay, this fitting goes right here. And they send you a bullshit wrench. Looks to be about a 17. We're going to have to add oil to this thing. So let's see here. Yeah, this vacuum here should be a whole lot better than using that little 1/8-inch line that I was using. And because I have this pot here, there won't be any resin get into the pump, which is probably what killed my other pump. This doesn't seem like it's long enough. See, they want you to put this in here, but we don't want to put that in there. We want to put it sent me 2 of them. I don't know what that is. Ooh, they sent me a pair of gloves. Isn't that nice of the Chinese? I do not know what this fitting is for, because it ain't going to fit in anything I got. Well, it would fit that, I guess. Now we got to see if we got something that'll fit that fitting. God, these clamps are crap. So you don't put PTFE tape on a flanged fitting. Man, that clamp is shit. I'll have to get another one. So that don't fit. How are we going to make this fit? So I bought some extra ones of these. This is hose. Hose and barbs. That may or may not fit in there. I don't know. We'll try. This is pipe, and that is machine, I think. Nope. Might have to go to Lowe's to get some adapters if this don't fit. Oh, it fits. Okay, good. All right, this hose here is going to go to my vacuum bag. Got 10 foot here. This will go on the floor, the catch pot. So tonight we'll be laying something up to see how good this works. I need to leave these in the mold for a minimum of 24 hours, and I haven't been doing that. That, and I'm making the part too light. It's not strong enough. Got to be at least 2 layers biased at a 45 to each other. There it is. Man, they really wrapped this shit up good. Okay, so we want our little wingy thing here. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay, I guess we better get some tape on that. I need to go to Harbor Freight and get some hose block off clamps. I don't have an autoclave, so I got to make sure this thing is vacuum tight. Well, this tape even feels cheap, like Chinese crap. And I got some good stuff around here somewhere. I got some good stuff somewhere. Of course, I don't have my wrenches out, but we can use these shorties, I guess. Get on there. So that's 9/16. Yeah, 9/16. I think this bottom one is 5/8. 3/4, it looks like. So it'll have to be crescent wrench. That might take some silicone. There's not going to be room to do anything. Yeah, we got extra parts here. Let's put all these extra parts together. What we got here? Some kind of instruction. For this little whoopie-doo, Rotoflow. I'm wondering what to do with this mat. Does it go on the bottom of that? Probably so. What is J? J is tape. Well, yeah, we got that. H is a mat. Yeah. So where does the mat go? Mat goes in the bottom. I don't know what the mat does, but we'll put it in the bottom. I guess this is a consumable. My guess is this supposed to catch the resin, any of the resin that seeps past. I don't see how it can seep past. But it's in the instructions, so we'll put it there. Now, you want this on here. And this hose gets connected to it. So that goes, that's on the black, and this is on the red. I don't know which way is off. I would imagine sideways is off. Yeah. Yeah, I was right. Good guess. Plug it in and turn the pump on, run for 10 minutes to heat the oil, turn off the pump. Let's see. Direct the vacuum pump, disconnect the vacuum pump from power, what it is. Maintenance and repair. Vacuum chamber can be cleaned with lightweight detergents. Do not use it. Oh, this is cleaning. I want to see about oil. Yeah, this I can raise and low, take the resin and degas it in this mold here. Okay. Okay, let's see how it happens there. The first thing we need to do is get some oil in this bad boy. Some carburetor oil in it. They gave me a screwdriver. Boy, that's a beauty, too. Okay. And you guys that buy a compressor or buy a vacuum pump or whatever, make sure you put the oil in it because they don't ship them with oil. And I've seen guys burn up their brand new compressor by not putting oil in it. Unfortunately, they gave me oil, but normally I put 10 weight in it. Let's see what this is. Doesn't say. Let me turn on the light so I can see what I'm doing. I'll put a link in the description on my Amazon page where you can get this set up. It's not expensive. I think it was $130. Any more than that, I couldn't afford it. The resin costs more than the pump. Oh, light. But the problem is with this molding crap is it keeps nickeling and diming me. Okay, so it's got a switch. Yep, just like my other pump. Switch feels better though. We need Earl. So we want it on that blue line right there. I got to have oil in the carburetor. I wish I had this when I was doing those smooth on molds. If you guys remember back, I was doing them plastic spinners and that stuff for degassing silicone. I think it's going to take the whole bunch. There it goes. Yep, going to take the whole bottle. That makes it easy on the adding. We'll just save this, and when I drain it, we'll use this. These pumps aren't exactly the same. They're close, but not quite. Let's see how loud this baby is. See if it works. Oh, that's a lot quieter. I ain't pulling nothing on the gauge yet, so maybe it'll take some time. However, it is working. There it is. Okay, we're going to pull how many inches here? Smoke. Smoke it. Well, it's holding vacuum. This is a drop test, so I'm going to see how long it takes to drop. If I come back in a half an hour and it's down 50%, it's no good. I got to do that with the bag too. We are now at, I guess, just about a perfect vacuum. I think 25 inches of mercury is pretty close to a kilopascal or whatever the hell they're measured in. Bar is about right for this altitude. Oh, it's a dropping. But there's not going to be anything as a perfect seal. But it's not dropping much, that's for sure. Things sure burns up that oil. Let's pull it down one more time. There it goes, it's going down. $28. I bet it's dropping because of that hose. Holding at 28 inches, 28 bar or whatever, kilopascal. Okay, let's see what happens here. Yep, this will help my molding immensely. If I can hold this vacuum on here for 6-8 hours or whatever. And it's still at 28. I'd like to get that tighter. It does not want to tighten anymore. Yeah. It's as tight as it's going to get. I guess I could put some Gumby tape on there. It loses a little. I'll come back in a half an hour and see how much it's lost. I got to do that with the bag too, and that's the reason for this little fan right here. If you notice, let me start this up. Put my finger on it. Watch this little fan right here. I'll open this up, it'll turn until it sucks down the vacuum out of this hose here, and it'll stop moving. When it stops moving, that means it's sealed. So in order to see, let me shut this off. In order to see if this hose is losing any vacuum, you shut this off and you hold this end for a half an hour. And if that wheel doesn't turn, that means you got a good vacuum. I think we might change this clear hose to this black hose because it fits a lot tighter than that clear hose. But you see, I don't have any, it's not turning there until I take my finger off the end of this and release the vacuum. Boy, I put a little knot on my finger. That really sucks good. So I know this is not very interesting, but these are the things that I'm doing to make a better part. I got the thickening agent for gluing the two halves together. I was watching a video to see how I could mold them together, but there's absolutely no way I could put a bag. I could mold that thing all in one piece. It just, I could do a stunt airplane like that, but there's no way that I could mold a wing that's a half-inch thick in one piece. So for the stunt airplane, it'll be cut in half, molded in two parts, put together, a bag inside the wing and a bag outside the wing, and we'll mold it all together into one piece so that the wing will be one piece. And that's how they did this bicycle frame. Figuring that, bicycle frame is small enough, I thought maybe I could do it on this wing, but there's no way to fish a bag inside there, so no, can't do it. That, and I'd have to cut a hole in my mold. I don't know, maybe I could do it if I cut a hole in the mold, and nah, there's just no way to get that much bagging material down inside there. That would be a complex layup, and that's only for pre-preg, because pre-preg goes on dry and you put it in the oven and then it liquefies. What a mess that'd be with layup. Be too much. Well, it hasn't lost any, so I can see it's going to be very important to keep this seal clean. But I do know now all I need to do is get a stainless steel kitchen pot if I need bigger than 2 gallon. Get a 5-gallon one that's got a foot opening on the top. If I need bigger, but I don't foresee me needing anything bigger than this. So I'll be gassing off my resins from now on, taking them out. Yeah, this will help a lot. All right, I'm gonna get off of here while this drop test continues. I'll be back we'll be back at our normal time tonight for sure, because I got something that I can play with. Maybe before, but thanks for putting up with me not being on 2 nights. Just sit down on the floor, and I'll see you this evening. I've got to take all this trash out of here. I got enough trash in here as it is. I can't believe they sent so much trash. So check my Amazon store link for this pressure pot system. It'll be underneath my store. I'll put a direct link to it. Remember, tomorrow is the day for the K&S Metals 50% discount. You get 40% off by their normal ad and 10% more off if you use the discount code STUNT 10. Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, my mother's birthday. So I'm doing what I can for you guys to get you discounts. You got the Wix discount with the discount code STUNT10 for 10% off any dopes or fillers or superfill or carbon or fiberglass or whatever you need for your airplane. Even if it's a real airplane, the code still works, STUNT10. So if you got to order some big part like a strut, a propeller, or whatever, 10% doesn't sound like much, but it takes care of the taxes. But with this deal, with our KNS discount, that's ksmetals.com. You get 50% off tomorrow only, though. So make sure you get those orders in tomorrow. So I'll see you later on this evening. I'll give you another reminder about this KS Metals sale and the 10% discount code. And then tomorrow I'll do the same. And after that, you won't have to hear from me again on it. But the discount code STUNT10 will work all the way to the 12th. So if you miss tomorrow, too bad, but you get at least 10% off up to the 12th. So that's another week if using the code STUNT10. Don't ask me why. I don't know, but I'd sure like to show them, our support. All right. I'll see you after a bit. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.